Hello and welcome back to the Fashion Photography Masterclass. My name is Naz and today we're going to be going through everything that you need to know to be prepared for the actual day of the shoot. For this session, I'm going to be running through all the things that you should be doing in order to prepare for your shoot. That includes things like call sheets, which I'm going to run through later, but also pointers that you should keep in mind on the day of the shoot to help the smooth running of the day. As discussed in our previous session, your camera equipment is really up to you. It's up to you to decide what will best suit your idea, but also what you may have access to. So if you are using a phone, make sure this is charged. This is a really key element to being prepared for your shoot. Please make sure that your camera or your phone is charged to its full capacity so you're ready. If you are using a digital camera or a DSLR, you may want to provide a backup battery. As well as keeping your camera charged, you want to ensure that you have enough space or memory on your device for you to take as many pictures as you can on the day. So that means clearing some space on your phone if that's necessary, or making sure that you have a fresh SD card or memory card that is available to use on the day of the shoot. My next key point is on styling. So in our last session, we discussed styling and how to put looks together and how that might all come about. However, in this video, we want to talk about prep work. So I'd suggest preparing your looks the night before. You already have your PowerPoint or keynote presentation with all your looks laid out on one page. Now it's time to build those looks and make sure that we have them all to hand and in the correct order for the day of the shoot. If you are building a fashion story, a lookbook, an editorial, or anything with lots and lots of looks, I would suggest packaging each look individually. You can do this with simple plastic bags, it doesn't have to be anything fancy, but I would suggest you outfit build and store them all separately and individually, just so everything is to hand and you don't get confused on the day of the shoot. If you are going to need any other extra equipment, it's really important that you source this before the day of the shoot, maybe a week in advance so you have them at the ready, and then make sure that that's actually prepared and ready to go for the morning. You might want to prepare this the night before and sit the equipment right next to your camera so you don't forget it. Next, moving on to our call sheet. So this isn't something I've discussed yet in the previous videos, but a call sheet is basically just a rundown of everything that you're going to need for the day of the shoot. So a call sheet is just a basic sheet that is sent out to all the parties involved in the shoot, and it includes all contact details, numbers, the location, the time, as well as a short schedule for the running of the day. You're going to want to create one of these if you're working with a wider team so that everybody has the same information. A call sheet is really good to use as it keeps the whole team on the same page, and if anything should go wrong or you need anybody's number or contact details, they're all at hand. So this should be sent out at least the day before the shoot so everybody has it to hand and ready for the day. So now it's the day of the shoot and your team have finally arrived to the location. I'm going to give you some pointers on how to best engage with your team. So I'm sure by now everyone is familiar with your mood board and inspirations and have also had a look at the call sheet. So everyone should have a really good idea of what to expect for the shoot. However, I would suggest going through a briefing before you start shooting and just run through the call sheet and maybe the outfit looks that you've chosen, just so you're all on the same page and have an idea of what's to come next during the day. Depending on the model you've chosen will really depend on how you direct throughout the day. What I mean by this is if you've chosen someone who's quite experienced, you may be able to just let them get on with it and you'll be able to capture your shot, no problem. However, if you've chosen someone who may be a little bit more inexperienced or maybe a little bit shy at first, it's up to you to help them feel more confident and communicate what you need from them as a model. A good photographer is able to direct and effectively communicate what you'd like to capture. So a good way to do this is to show them reference images. Again, it could be from your mood board or it could be other images that you may have on your phone or brought along with you, but it's really good to just show them what you're looking for. Or you can demonstrate the poses yourself and this will help your model feel a little bit more at ease. Another pointer I would give is to make sure that on the day of the shoot that you're making use of all the angles that you can. So that means maybe doing a 360 around the model from different angles, from high, from low, however you do it. Just make sure you're capturing all different angles as you won't be able to capture these images again as the shoot will only be for one day. So make sure you're making the most out of what you have and make sure that you're aware of the light as well. In addition to looking at your angles and your lighting, you may also want to consider using your shot types. So I know we spoke about maybe doing a shot list or a storyboard to help with your shot types. However, on the day, it might be a good idea to get each look in a close-up, a medium shot, as well as a full-length shot, so you have lots of images to choose from during the selection process. And for my final tip for the day of the shoot, I would suggest reviewing your images on the day as you take them. Maybe not after every single shot, but maybe after each look or each outfit, you can have a review of the images to see if there's anything you're missing. You can also zoom in if you're using a camera phone or a digital camera, you can also zoom in to really have a look at the finer details and see if there's anything you've missed. This is a really good idea for reviewing the lighting, the angles, your shot types, and having a really quick overview of what you've already done and what you may need to do after. I'd also advise sharing this reviewing process with your model. Sometimes showing the images to your model gives them a sense of what they've already done and what they could do next. So it may give you an opportunity to discuss further ideas and how you're going to work together for the next few shots. I really hope you've enjoyed this session and have taken away a lot from this, and I hope you're feeling confident and prepared to go out there and do your shoot. Join me in the next session where we'll be talking about the selection process and editing once you've already captured your images, and I'll see you in the next masterclass.